I just wanted to share with you one of the really amazing resources that has been produced by the Ontario Music Educators Association with funding from the Ontario Ministry of Education. And it's called the Grade Performance Steps, GPS. So on the OMEA website, which is omea.on.ca, you'll go to resources. And there, it's the second one, second sort of fan down. You'll click on that and you'll see the scope of this resource. I'll just scan through so you can see it. And I'm just going to explain to you what's here, and then I'm actually going to show you what specifically is within each file and really try to give you a sense of what the program is about and how it will support you. So GPS, basically what it is a series of performance tasks that will guide your students through their learning from the beginning of the year to the end of the year, and each task builds upon the learning of the previous task. So in order for students to move ahead, they have to demonstrate understanding of that task or mastery of that task in order to move on. This first file right here is the overview, and in the overview is everything that you would need to know about the program, how it works, what it would look like in the classroom. There are videos of teachers explaining how it works. There are connections to how it provides differentiation for students, assessment for learning, of course connected to the Growing Success document here in Ontario. And there are, I believe, over 40 Q's and A's, so questions and answers that have been commonly asked by teachers that will help you throughout this process. So it's a really important document for you to look at, and I'll show that to you once we look through these resources here on the OMEA page. So here it's organized for band, for strings, vocal, recorder. Okay, so you can see here that this is year 1 and year 2 band, so students starting instruments would start on the year 1 program, and students that have already played for a year would start on the grade 2 program. Now, that being said, it doesn't mean that you couldn't take some of the tasks and adapt this program, create more, do less. It just depends on the students that are in front of you, the amount of time that you have, the amount of time that you're able to provide for students to work on these tasks outside of class. There are a lot of factors, so it's important that you not just take it and do it, but take it, see what you think is going to work for your kids with what they're already bringing in terms of their background knowledge, and how you think they're going to be successful, right? It's all about making sure that the students are successful and that they're able to demonstrate their understanding of the tasks, which of course are connected to the Ontario curriculum. So you can see here's year 1 and 2 band, year 1 and 2 strings. We have a third year band and strings version right there. So that's for students who have been playing for 3 years. And again, some of those tasks you might take for students who are in the second year program who complete it and are looking for a challenge. So there are extensions and ways that you can take it and make it work for you. Okay, with here's the GPS vocal grades 1 to 3, and what's really neat about these is that the author of the primary GPS tasks actually provided recordings of the songs so you can hear what they sound like. So if there are classroom teachers that are teaching their music and they're looking for a model of what it would sound like, those recordings are within those zipped files. Okay. And we've got the GPS Junior Vocal 4 to 6, GPS Intermediate Vocal grades 7 and 8, and then here at the bottom we've got GPS Junior Recorder 4 to 6 and Intermediate grade 7 and 8 Recorder. Now you're probably wondering, so how are the vocal and the recorder tasks related? Some of them are exactly the same, but they have been adapted. They actually started out as vocal tasks and were adapted for a recorder. Some of the recorder tasks are recorder specific, just because of the keys that you need to consider for the recorder and the specific skills that you need to be taught in the recorder. So the junior and intermediate vocal and recorder programs can be interchanged and can be sort of weaved together, and there are resources within those folders that will help you consider that and help you work that out. Now I'm just going to show you what the program actually looks like and what's within each folder. So I'm just going to show you here. This is these are all of the folders that that I've downloaded. Keep in mind that they are zipped folders, and if you're on a Mac, you'll just double click on that zipped folder and it will uncompress. If you're on a PC, you'll want to actually decompress those files by using WinZip. And it will seem when you download it that you can actually see what's in the folders, but it's actually not zipped yet. So you do have to unzip that folder in order for you to actually open up the files. And there's information on the OMEA website at the top of the resources page that can help you with that. So for example, with the GPS overview, I'm just going to show you here, this is what it looks like. So we've got, you can see how this is organized, and just by clicking on these hyperlinks, it actually brings you directly to that page within the document. Okay, so how it works, etc. So differentiated instruction, it brings you right to that section. Okay, and at the bottom of each page, if you click on the home page, it'll bring you right back up to the top again. So you can see philosophy, how it works, differentiated instruction, assessment for learning, what does it look like for students, and then implementation, so making the program work for you and your students. How do you recognize students for their work? Some things that you have to consider before, during, and after a lesson, connections to the fundamental concepts, and the growth of concepts over time. This section around assessment and evaluation, you'll really want to take a close look at that. And I'll just take you to the intermediate section. So it shows you how, in the intermediate classroom, how you evaluate, okay, and what that's going to look like in terms of percentages. And of course for junior and primary, it's going to look different because we use letter grades. Actually in the primary, there are some suggestions around how you can track student learning, and also for the primary and for the junior. And you can see here at the top of the document that it outlines how many tasks there are in each grade and what the focus is, and then the mode of delivery, or vocal, recorder, etc. Okay, and you can see at the end we've got the frequently asked questions. Okay, and so there are all the questions there for you. So a very, very helpful resource that is important that you check out. This task chart is actually, what it does is it shows you the program from grade 1 all the way up to grade 8 for band, strings, and vocal. And you'll notice that these ones that are highlighted or shaded in and have hyperlinks, they actually bring you to videos of what that task looks like in the classroom. So if you're kind of curious of what the teaching and the learning would look like, you just click on those links and it'll show you what it looks like. Okay, and then I'm just going to show you that there are overview videos that are available within that overview folder. So let's just take a look at, for example, let's take a look at the grade 3 vocal, and you can see that here are the tasks, here are those MP3s that I was mentioning, and the tracking sheet. Okay, and then the videos are within that folder. Okay, and this is what those particular tasks, so the task 1, task 3, task 4, and task 7 look like in the classroom. So that will be very, very helpful for you. So I'm just going to open the GPS Task Book Grade 3 and show you that this is how the tasks are organized. So we've got the focus of what the task is. It's on beat, duration. There's the learning goal, music readiness, so things that you need to think about before you do the task, and then the action, what students are going to do to demonstrate that. All of the music that you need is already embedded within each of the tasks, and this is for all of the tasks, grades 1 to 8, so everything that you need is there. And of course, this is if you click on this, it'll bring you to the listening example so you can hear what this song sounds like. And if you click here, it'll bring you to the video of what that task looks like in the classroom. and then consolidation, this is what they need to do to demonstrate that they understand that task. So you can see how it's organized. I'm just going to browse through so you can see what it looks like. For the primary GPS task, this booklet is for the teachers. In junior, really the release or the gradual release of responsibility takes place, and it probably starts out as teacher directed, but then the students will at a certain point know the program well enough and know how it works and be comfortable with the reading and the terminology and your support that they can have the books and guide their own learning, right? Not holding back students because they got it the first time. They can actually move on to the next task. So it really provides a great opportunity for differentiation. So that is the grade performance steps, and as you can see, there are many resources for you available in this, and there's also a rubric available for the intermediate and junior tasks. And also, if I go to the recorder, it does show you, for example, I'm just going to show you here, the relationship, as I mentioned earlier, between the recorder task and the vocal task, recorder task, vocal task, so that you can actually interweave and plan which tasks you're going to do. If you are doing a little bit of vocal and a little bit of recorder, you can customize the program for you. Okay, so I hope you find that valuable, and again, that's created by the Ontario Music Educators Association with funding from the Ministry of Education, and can be found at on the OMEA website at omea.on.ca.